get it in. A bunch of henchmen on the squad called us, send them in. They got you face down on the squad car cause you wasn't getting thin. I got you penciled in my schedule before I hit the gym. We'll see how you really filled in, see if you really feel. Get really filled, especially the Henny spill.
I get high as a tree house from the couch. This weed I gotta burn through your budget, just watch your mouth. These hoes gotta bend over backwards. I touched her scalp, touched her toes for me, giving her strokes if you owe money. Styles they stole from me, the Godfather, I'm no sonny. Long as pros come and count up the twos like it's soul money. Cause nothing coming over the threes. I'm a disease, how it's spreading, make these niggas believe. What's up my sleeve is another one. Dead on the gravel, he bumped his head on something. It's funny how I built the block. They had to let go some, gon' fake it till you make it, why not? You on my nuts, want an album, better cop when I drop. It ain't for nothing, I was struggling, my pockets was pop. I'm in the hustling with making, you get chased from the block. I'm so illustrious, made a play and put it in motion. Scheme like the government, knowing if my eyes were set on it, my fingers touching it.
Really, it is. I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Look, you know what? You can do both of us a real big favor.
Hey yo,
just come over to my crib.
Yo, oh since I'm waiting for you, take your time. I see where your mind at. I called her, I know your mom at. I'm about to call her right now. Hold up. Fuck you talking about? You acting like you know what I'm talking about. I'm mad you acting like I'm something you can just walk around. Hold that down, I don't know you talk around. Shit, just give me something, nigga, I can work with less. A couple low tiers, I done work the best. A couple hoes there, yeah, I know the rest. Would've gave my life to whoever drove the best. Make sure your nose clear before you poke your chest. Late night, I would tiptoe the steps. On them cold nights when I wrote the best. My last few dollars went to smoking cess. In the last few hours, shit, I done wrote a test. Before he was famous, he already know the press. Before he was chainless, they gave him open necks. And now I'm painless in the Cobra Flex. My bad aiming was my old regrets. My shoulder clenched while I was swinging with my co-defendants. You was a cold mess, you was so defenseless. Running and gunning, we all offensive niggas. We turned nothing into something, we some prison niggas. And now we stunting, doing tricks with her. We ain't fucking, I'm copping kicks with her. She got me picking out her fits with her. Shit, nigga.
It's Lunas in a nutshell.
Hey yo, can't keep a job, I'm always late. The niggas be in denial, it's always hate. The niggas be in the house, it's always fate. The niggas be in the clouds, it's always wait. Waiting for you to pull me out my lonely state. The only way, can't keep a job, I'm always late. The niggas be in denial, it's always hate. The niggas be in the house, it's always fate. Shit, niggas be in the clouds, it's always wait. Waiting for you to pull me out my lonely state. The only way.
Scheme nigga, scheme nigga, scheme nigga.
Hey yo, shit, yo, I'm out here to you. All that hating shit ain't something I hear you do. Take about 2 hours from here to you. I wake up before school hours while you hit the brew. Man, this whole shit hours make it clear to you. I'd rather get dollars than give to you. I had to skip showers to make some moves. You trying to get power and make the news. Channel 6 towers beside the dudes. This whole zip sour, I'm hot confused. I never play coward to pay some dues. You either play to win or you play to lose. You either play the bench or you play like Coos. Make it make sense so I make the rules. I had to spray the sense, they invade my rooms. They tried to say it's Prince, ain't got no clues. Hey look, they tried to get me pinched, but I made my moves. I got a sixth sense for what haters do. I got a thick bitch I wanna cater to. I got a thick spliff, I might play the roof. He'll put a thick clip in the hater's roof. Shit, hey look, I'm that nigga the fuck, you know that. I was down bad, ain't trying to go back. Gotta let you know that, niggas gotta show that. 76 is red throwback, it's Bubba Chuck. Since then we done leveled up, you so whack. Shit, hey my nigga, ain't nothing changed with me. I'm the same nigga, you ashamed to speak. You that same nigga they said was weak. I had the same bitches since Sega G. Genesis, we some menaces that play on beats, bitch. Shit.
Yo.
Blanco, nigga.
How you feeling, man? How you feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling good, G. What's good with you, bro?
You know, same old, same old. Just thugging it like I usually do, man. Just, smooth out here, but not too smooth. Always around here to take your girl, but I don't want her. I got
Hey,
my
you got the
own.
fresh cut, bro.
My
You got the
thing.
fresh cut. Don't act like I ain't peeping, bro. You cut the fro
Yeah,
down a little bit.
ain't got like, hey man, I had to cut off. I had to cut off the afro. I got a Marafro now. It's a little shorter now. So
Oh yeah, only juices and berries. Goddamn
hey,
it.
all the juices and berries. Let my soul glow right now.
I ain't
You
mad at
feel
this,
me?
bro. I ain't
You
mad at
feel
this,
me?
bro. It's summertime. It's summertime. Wait, y'all,
What's
well,
up, man?
y'all come
How you
on.
doing?
I'm good, man. Welcome to another episode of CSC Contrarian Sports Channel with yours truly, the Black Skip Bayless, Key Stupid. Can't forget my boy Black Sheep G. We at y'all again. Shout out to Monday night. Thank you. Shout out to Monday night and Jay Slim as we come to y'all on this Monday night with another episode. Hope y'all enjoyed y'all Mother's Day. I know it's not the easiest day for some people, but I know I had a good time. How was your Mother's Day, G?
Man, it was good, man. It was a good day. We did our thing. It was a good day. It was something needed, man.
Yeah, most definitely. I got to spend time with my family. Had dinner at grandma's. So my mother's mother had chicken wings, green beans, meatballs, all the soul food. Man, I ate a little bit bad yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you, G, but I needed it, bro. I needed it.
I believe.
Yeah, we spent
I believe.
spent some time crazy. A couple of my family members. I don't really promote the show or anything. A couple of my family members saying they peep us on TikTok and YouTube, man. So that was kind of
Oh,
surreal to see they tuning in. My uncle, who I enjoy watching sports with, he said he be watching me. He said, "Don't be the Black Skip Bayless, be another Stephen A." Shout out to my uncle Bruce, man. Really,
shout out to him, man. Appreciate it, man. Hey, we been doing some numbers, man. They starting to see. Hey, starting to see who you are, man. I
hey,
don't know.
they
I don't know,
subscribing, they commenting, even though they might not like what we have to say, but I appreciate it all, man.
man. Yeah, I'm seeing little haters. I'm seeing some haters from there and there, man.
I don't mind it, bro. If you gotta have a, you know, if I put the label on me, Black Skip Bayless, I expect some people to have some negative comments. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't worried about it.
I ain't mad at it. I don't get it back and forth with them. I do wish some of them would, you know, really have a point as far as, you know, my sports takes and whatnot, my opinion, have a rebuttal or something. But a lot of it is just, oh, you just whatever. It's just insults. So it's all good.
It's
Love y'all. Love
yeah,
y'all
you know
anyway.
what?
Love y'all
You're
anyway,
right
bro.
about that, but I've been realizing that it's nothing that rebuttals it. It's nothing like you ever jump on. You never jump on the live. It's just that you just trying to just throw out insults. It's how it is, man.
Hey, the one thing that kind of gets to me is when they'll kind of be going in on me and they say I look like somebody. Like I got Darius Garland, I got Ludacris Senior out this week,
Yeah,
and it's like, all right, I'm all about that because you know I used to be at the lunch table, used to make fun of everybody. It was all good, you know. But when I go to their pages, it's just they posting everybody else shit, so I don't even know what they look like, so I can't
yeah,
really participate. But
yeah. I
it's
call
all
them just keyboard. They're keyboard warriors, man. Keyboard
yeah.
warriors. That's just how it is.
Half the time I don't know if it's bots or not, but I like to give everybody decency. Like if they have a page, like treat them as human beings and whatnot. But either
Yeah,
way, I appreciate the love. Whether you got negative to say, whether you got positive stuff to say, I appreciate it all because it's all good attention. I like the attention. Um, Speaking of attention, I remember we came when I came on last week. I may have been prisoner of the moment because if you don't remember, at the beginning of last show, I made some predictions. I said the Timberwolves were going to win the West, which that is looking shaky right now after Denver has tied the series up at 2 apiece. And then I said the New York Knicks were going to win the East, and that series is now tied at 2 apiece because the
yep.
Indiana Pacers have won the last 2 games. So I ain't gonna be prisoner of the moment no more. I owe an apology to the Denver Nuggets, the defending champs. I wrote them off after game 2. You know, once Jamal Murray brought his beige rage from the sideline. Fair enough. Once Jamal Murray brought his beige rage from the sideline through the heating pad on the floor like a little girl, I really like. All right, they got their heart. Like you know,
Beige rage though. Beige rage.
Beige rage. It's a thing. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. You know, it's from the light brights. The light brights like to throw a little temper tantrums and whatnot. But excuse me.
Hold on, I guess you know I don't want to start it off in, but the light skinned boys they real feminine. They still feminine. Ain't nothing changed. It seems like every episode that we do is just they getting weaker and weaker, man. So I'm tired of talking about them. I don't know what to do. I'm hoping they can see these lives and they can see that we've been talking about it. Maybe they'll change a little bit. You know, go stand outside, get some more vitamin D. You know, darken up a little bit because obviously the light skin powers ain't working for you. So I don't know, man. I don't
Hey,
know.
Drake down right now. They just down as a whole right now. You know, King Kendrick came in, whooped his ass in this rap battle. The light skin community as a whole is just down right now, bro. But who
Yeah,
knows?
I'm glad.
Sometime coming. You know, the vibes might change. It might change.
Hey, shout out to
Speak,
K Dot.
shout out to K Dot, man. K Dot, man. I started to do a topic on that, but that's taken away from sports, man. We might talk about it. I want to break it down. I really do, but K Dot is sensational, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sensational. You know, hit the future line on
It's
sensational.
sensational. Speaking of Denver, man, recent news. It was announced the other night that Nikola Jokic, the Joker, superstar for the Denver Nuggets, he won his 3rd MVP in the last 4 years. And there's been a bit of argument and controversy among NBA legends and the public in general about whether he deserved it or not. So if you got the video, G, let's see what Shaq had to say about it, and then we'll break it down and go over whether he really deserved an MVP or not this year.
I gotta switch it up again. We still getting a few copyrights. So this time I'm switching up, trying to do some angles, trying to make it so y'all can keep on copywriting us because y'all some females. So what I'm gonna do, I switched up the angles a little bit with this one, made it a little bit smaller. I'm gonna see what happens with this one, man. Honestly, we want to keep this channel going, so I'm gonna switch up some things to make sure y'all can't mess with our channel. So I'm gonna see how this works.
For sure.
Congratulate the Joker, who for the third time is the Kia MVP of the NBA. 26 points a game was number 10 in the league. 12 rebounds was number 4. 9 assists was number 3. Had 25 triple-doubles, second most in the league. 68 double-doubles was second in the league. 31 games of at least 10 assists this year. 23 games with at least 15 rebounds. And Nikola Jokic claims his third MVP award. Shaq, your thoughts?
I don't like to rain on people's parade, but I'm not happy with this one. Congratulations to Joker, you are the best big man in the league, but based on everybody's criteria, my criteria, stat stuffer, you guys' criteria, number 1 seed, which team has a better record, I felt Shea Alexander deserved it because I've been.
Congratulate the Joker.
Okay.
That's it.
So what's your thoughts on this, man? What's your thoughts, man?
Just like Shaq, and I know a couple other people I talked to, my peers and whatnot, and the sports commentators as a whole, a lot of people share the sentiment that they felt like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander should have won. And Shaq also been catching a bunch of flack in the media. He even been going back and forth with Shay. Made a diss track to Shannon Sharp because Shannon Sharp came out and said Shaq was jealous of Joker and that he didn't live up to his potential. We should be talking about Shaq in the GOAT conversation, but we're kind of putting Joker in the possible GOAT conversation.
I know he didn't. I know Shay didn't say anything about Shaq. The foreign dude being better than Shaq.
He didn't say he was better than Shaq. He said Shaq was jealous of him in the fact that Shaq didn't take the game as seriously. He didn't take care of himself to where he could have won more championships, gotten more MVPs and whatnot, compared to Joker, who doesn't seem like a workout warrior or a diet specialist or anything like that. He just go out there and he big and he hoop. But and I get it. Shaq can be arrogant sometimes. He'll think, like, even when it comes to him going against Charles Barkley, debating sports, he'll rest on, I got rings, so I know more than you and whatnot. And it does get on my nerves sometimes. But I had to agree with him because he did shout out Joker. He said he wasn't trying to rain on his parade, but he gave his honest opinion. And I think it's legit for Shaq to have that kind of attitude towards it because in the first place, the MVP award is voted by journalists. It's not, and I was talking about this with my uncle at dinner last night. He didn't know it wasn't like former NBA players and MVPs and whatnot that voted on who gets the MVP. It's media and journalists, which makes a lot of people think that there's a narrative to be, pushed by who they choose to be MVP.
Yeah.
The way I feel about it, I think if anything, if you were to give Joker his third one, you should have given to him last year when Embiid got it. Like, Embiid played well last year. He did have Philly in a good position in the playoffs, so well deserved. Not saying he didn't deserve it, but Denver was number 1 last year and they went on to win the championship. Like, so I don't know if the media saw it from a perspective of, the stats were there. You can't deny the stats. He was 1 assist away from averaging a triple-double, and we've seen athletes like Russell Westbrook have his team like the last seed in the playoffs and win MVP just because he was averaging a triple-double. But when you put it next to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander wasn't close to averaging a triple-double, but he averaged more points. He scored 30 over 50 times this year, averaged over 30 points, one of 3 or 4 NBA players to average over 30 points. Among the top of the league in steals and field goal percentage amongst guards. He shot the ball at 54%, which means pretty much half the shots he put up, a little more than half the shots he put up went in. And the only guard that had a better field goal percentage than him this year was TJ McConnell of the Indiana Pacers, but TJ McConnell only took like 500 shots. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander shot 54% while taking upwards of 1,500 shots this whole season, which is pretty impressive for a guard who doesn't play close to the basket, takes a lot of jump shots and lower percentage shots. So, and the Thunder ended up the number 1 seed in the West. Don't get me wrong, Nuggets were right there at the number 2 seed, but they kind of had a battle to that number 2 seed after the All-Star break. Nuggets were like the number 5 seed after All-Star break, but Phoenix fell off a little bit. The Clippers fell back a little bit. Minnesota, who was the Minnesota Timberwolves, who were in that number 1 spot for a little bit, battling with OKC, they eventually dropped down to number 3. And pretty much the difference between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Denver Nuggets record-wise was a tiebreaker that the Oklahoma City Thunder had. So they were the number 1 seed, and Nuggets were right there at number 2, like right here, like right on them. A couple different outcomes in their regular season matchups could have had Denver at number 1, but I think in recent history, by media or former player standards, they typically say the MVP is the best player on the best team. And when I say that, people will bring up, well, Boston had the best record by a mile this year. So why isn't Jason Tatum the MVP? And I get that, but when you look at what he has over there in Boston with Jaylen Brown and Porzingis and Drew Holiday, he really doesn't Jason Tatum could possibly not play and Boston still be a contender in the playoffs. I think if Shea Gilgeous wasn't on the Thunder wouldn't be nowhere close to the number 1 seed, and they might be a play-in team at best. Absolutely, the Nuggets without Joker would not be a championship contender. So I see how a lot of people would be high on Joker for the MVP, but I think the fact that Oklahoma City wasn't expected to be where they were this year as the number 1 seed, and the fact that they were number 1 or number 2 the majority of the season, and Denver kind of battled its way back up to that number 2 seed, I think the edge should have went to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is young. He might be 22, 23 years old. He hasn't been in the league that long. And I don't know if the media was taking it from trying to push the narrative like, all right, Jokic is in his prime, so let's give him, all these awards and accolades now. And Shea Gilgeous has his chance for the next, 12, 15 years to acquire MVPs. But who's to say? Nothing is promised year to year in the NBA. And I think Shea Gilgeous, this was Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's best chance to get MVP this year. I think he deserved it. But I guess I can't be that mad that Nikola Jokic got the MVP, but I think it's really like just revisionist history, former champion. I think it's just because what he's accomplished is why the media kind of lean to Joker winning the MVP, but I don't know who gets a vote. I don't know what the criteria is. I think Ernie Johnson, who does TNT with Shaq, he as soon as Shaq finished his statement, Ernie Johnson kind of jumped down his throat like, well, look at the stats and all this. Don't you think Joker should be the MVP? Like he seemed really offended, that people are coming at the non-black person winning MVP. That might be an angle too. NBA might be trying to push, a different aesthetic as far as the face of the NBA. But yeah, I think ultimately, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander should have got the MVP, just because if you want to make everything else equal by record, by seeding, he had the better team. But I don't know what you think about it, G. I know you don't probably keep up with it as much, but what do you think? And based on the stats and how the teams finish in the seeding, what do you think as far as Joker winning the MVP?
I think Shaq is right, man. I think they great player. I mean, Joker's a good player, man. No, I mean, I give him credit as a good player, but I think he was right when it comes to the journalists writing it. I don't think that he's well deserved the third one right now. He did play good this year. Awesome stats. He almost had average. I see almost a triple double the complete year. If he had one more percentage of rebound up to 10, he'd average a triple double this year. I mean, very good. Honestly, very good. But I think it goes down, of course, the wins. Your number one seed in the conference. I mean, that goes to a big deal of it. But I would be lying that in the past there's been MVPs that weren't in the number one, or they were even in the top 3 or 4, and they still got MVPs.
True.
So I kind of just side with him, man. I think Shaq makes a lot of sense. I don't think he's deserving of it. I don't see it. MVP is we forgot the name of the acronym is the most valuable player. I mean, the most valuable player. That's what it is, and I don't think he's the most valuable player right now. I just don't. I don't think so.
Yeah, not this year. I don't think. Like I said, if Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, what he means to Oklahoma City Thunder, as far as where they would be, where they finish the season, I think it means more to them than Joker coming off, being with the defending champions. Like if he wasn't with them, I think they would have a slightly better team. If you take the both stars off each team, I think the Nuggets would be a bit of a better team than the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm not mad at it. I wanted Shea to win. I thought he would win it hands down, just because, like I said, they were the number 1 seed or number 2 seed for the whole year, and to come out of nowhere to not have any expectations for that amount of success this year, and then being a young team as they are, I think the average age on that team is like 23 years old. One of the youngest number 1 seed ever in the NBA. I think that narrative right there should have been enough to say, okay, this is a surprise story. It's something we didn't expect, and just to really the shock value of that storyline should be like, all right, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is the MVP. It seemed forced by the journalists. I know they probably collude with each other behind closed doors in the emails. Like, all right, I'm voting for Joker. Who you voting for? Who knows what's really pulling the strings behind the voting? But I don't know, man. It seems the Joker seemed like a stretch this year. But then again, if you weren't going to choose Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I guess Nikola Jokic would have been the logical next best pick behind. You had Luka Doncic was top 3 in MVP voting, and if the Mavericks had the number 1 seed, I think you would have to give it to Luka, because Luka is a stat machine. If you talk about LeBron, a stat pattern, Luka put up the stats, average damn near a triple double with the best of them. A lot of people were saying Jalen Brunson deserves some votes for the way he has the Knicks playing this year, and yeah, true that, but he not MVP level yet. He not there yet. Like, I don't even consider Jalen Brunson quite yet a superstar. He's like all-star, but not yet at that top tier of superstar. He needs to do it for like. No, he not there yet.
Okay.
I don't know who else was in the MVP race. I think, I don't know who else. I think those are the main 4 right there. But either who, tomato, doesn't take anything away from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They're actually playing at 9:30 in about an hour against Dallas in a crucial game 4. They're down 2-1. Yeah, I can't be mad at Joker. It is what it is. They're proven. He's proven in this series against the Timberwolves after I think a lot of us had to count them out because we saw the emergence of Anthony Edwards. Oh yeah, Anthony Edwards got a couple votes, I think, for MVP. But I wrote them off. I'm not gonna lie. I wrote them off after game, not even game 2. I wrote them off after game 1 of this series. The way Ant was coming at him, he just had talked shit to KD and swept him. So I was like, all right, he about to make a light work of Denver too. But Denver has found their they got their legs back under them.
They found a rhythm.
Yeah, and one mistake I made, right, and I always say this about young teams that haven't made it to that next level yet in the playoffs. I always say they gotta they'll have that hype around them coming into the playoffs, and then they'll get that punch in the mouth.
Yeah.
And they'll fail that first year, but then once they get that punch in the mouth, they'll know, all right, this is what it takes to really, take it to the next level towards a championship. Like it happened with the Oklahoma City Thunder back in the day when they ran through the West. I'm like, yo, they about to beat LeBron ass next series in the finals, and they won one game. Like Westbrook, Harden, and KD, they fell short. The Warriors early on before they broke through and won their first championship. I was like, oh, yo, these dudes, shooting threes like it's nothing. They about to take over the league, and it took them a couple years to get to come together and really win a championship. And everybody has some luck along the way with other teams having injuries. You've seen it this year all through the playoffs. Even tonight, the Celtics and Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell is not playing. Even though I don't trust the Celtics for anything. I'm off the MVP subject right now. I'm just kind of updating y'all on the playoffs. I don't trust the Celtics for nothing, man.
Why you don't trust the Celtics, man? What's up, man? Why you don't trust the Celtics?
It's a close game. They should be killing the Cavaliers without their star player, and it's like a 2-3 point game at halftime right now. I don't know, man. And the Celtics are down a star too. They're down Porzingis, which before in the Miami series, I was like, all right, Celtics go have a cakewalk to the Eastern Conference Finals. But with Porzingis down, that might affect them because without Porzingis, they're pretty much the same team that's been making it to the conference finals and getting eliminated for the last 4 or 5 years. So we'll see. The only reason that in the Knicks series, the only reason I think the Pacers have gained some of the momentum back because you got OG and Anunoby suffered an injury early third game, and he took away some of the physicality they have on defense and some scoring from them on the offensive end. So New York is not the same team, and they're so depleted, right? A lot of their players, a lot of their starting lineup are playing big minutes, and it's starting to show like a little bit wear and tear. You see Jalen Brunson's jump shot. Look like he doesn't have his legs on him. Looks like he's getting a little tired. And
like he's
Tom, I don't think it's a wrap for him because Jalen Brunson has just got heart. But Tom Thibodeau has a reputation for running his stars into the ground. He used to coach Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose probably got like 2 minutes of rest every game when he was playing. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But we'll see. No injuries really in the Timberwolves and Nuggets series. Jamal Murray looks like that calf isn't bothering him anymore, and he's starting to get going. Aaron Gordon played well last game, and then Michael Porter Jr. hasn't even had his game yet where he get off like 6 threes without missing and whatnot. So we'll see. It should be an interesting series. I think this Minnesota and Nuggets series has a good chance to go 7 now. And it probably will be the best series we've seen this whole playoffs.
You think so?
I think so. And I hate when the better series like happen early in the playoffs and not like the conference finals to the finals, because it's like, dang, both of these teams probably could have got past the other two teams that's playing. So, because I don't think Dallas has a chance against. Well, Dallas does. I'm not gonna say that. Dallas does have a chance. And I'm gonna speak on that too. I like OKC. I'm going for OKC because, as y'all know, I don't really rock with Luka. I rock with the Dallas Mavericks, but I don't rock with Luka. Talking to the refs every play, trying to draw fouls, more concerned with drawing fouls than actually making a bucket. I don't rock with Luka, right? But they showed a stat when Luka doesn't dribble the air out the ball and he actually passes to his teammates and he doesn't try to do it all himself as much, they're pretty much undefeated. They're undefeated when his usage rate is below like 30%. When he doesn't hold the basketball, when he holds the basketball less than 30% of the time, the Mavericks are undefeated. When he lets Kyrie orchestrate the offense.
So what you're saying? So basically, what you're saying?
I think Luka has kind of figured out like, yo, I need to chill. I can't be doing it all. I need to trust my teammates more. And when other guys touch the ball more and they get more shots and attempts, they they can score. Like PJ Washington, Brittany Renner, baby daddy. He balling like that child support coming, man, because he can't miss from three. He can't miss from three, man. And I like PJ Washington coming out of Kentucky, but once he got in all this drama with Brittany Renner, I'm like, man, ain't no way he could be able to focus on the court with her as in the crowd, like trying to collect a check. But he is balling. I'm proud of PJ Washington, bro. They got Daniel Gaff. Yeah, shout out to him. Not letting his circumstances control his mental, and he just zoned into the game. And
he got a new job now, don't he?
He does. He earning his checks. He ain't worried about Brittany no more. He in Dallas. He ain't got to pay state taxes. He in a good position, man. He just got that
Shout out to Texas, man.
Yeah, Texas, man. I gotta get some residency down there, at least to put it on paper, man. Oh man. But that's all we got for the first topic, man. Shout out to Joker. Shout out to Nikola Jokic to take nothing away from him. I honestly think Shea Gillis Alexander, y'all probably do too. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think, who y'all think should have won MVP and why. Or when this comes out, y'all can comment on the YouTube, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all for subscribing, man. I'm up to 44. I haven't been keeping up with it, but every time I look up, I got more and more subscribers, man. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all give me hella love on TikTok. Thank you, man. Thank you, and keep commenting. I don't care if it's something negative. I don't care. I can take criticism. Don't hurt my feelings, man. But I would like to have some back and forth talking about sports, not just insults or who I look like as celebrities and whatnot. I get it. I look like 21 Savage. I don't need another motherfucker to tell me I look like 21 Savage. It's okay. I got it. I look like 21 Savage.
Yeah, man, it's a little feminine. After a while, it's kind of weird. Does it just one man make you think about other man?
Yeah, we talk about sports and you talk about what I look like. I don't know
after a while, it's kind of weird, y'all. This new generation a little feminine, man. I don't know what's with this generation, man.
I don't know, man. It's like too much access to the internet. We don't have face-to-face conversation anymore. It's all good. It's all good. It's the world we live in. I'm not mad at it. For the second topic, I got this clip from Gil's Arena, but former Denver Nuggets player, ironically, former NBA player, Austin Rivers, son of NBA coach Doc Rivers. He's he on ESPN stirring the pot a little bit. He was on the Pat McAfee show this week, and he had something to say as far as how great NBA players are athletic wise compared to NFL players. And we're gonna see what he had to say, and we're gonna sit here and break it down for y'all.
All players in their feelings during an appearance on the Pat McAfee show when he made this bold claim.
Where the best athletes in the world are, that's us. I could take 30 players right now in the NBA and throw them in the NFL. You cannot take 30 NFL players and put them in the NBA.
It's because you only allowed 5 on the court. Let's all relax.
It's because you got to break every play. All you got to do is catch the ball and run north or south.
Listen, our sport,
it ain't complex.
Our sport's better. Our sport's better because we would just create a position for one of you 5'2", 40 running 6'10" guys and just put them, can't get hit much, fragile, all right, little thin, very tall. We would just create a position because we got big brains in our sport.
Listen.
That's what we would do.
There's a reason why hip-hop artists, when they rap, they compare themselves to ballers. They're not talking about footballers, they're talking about basketball players.
That's because they're not tough. And I'm a punter. This is me being a punter.
Yeah, he's
tweaking. He tweak. Hey, look,
he's a little tweaking. Tweaking on what side you think?
Hey, more beige rage. G, I told you it's the light price. Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
First of all, if this was Shaq saying this, I'd be like, all right. But this is somebody who didn't accomplish much in the NBA. Underachieved in the NBA by a lot of people's standards. I'm a basketball fan, G. I grew up playing basketball. I never played football. My appreciation for the game of football has come as I got to college, watching college football and on. But I enjoy watching football now. Let me tell you, Austin Rivers is straight up wrong. Rivers is straight up wrong. NFL players, I think NFL players are more athletic than NBA players, and here's why. First off, when I was in college, right, we would be on in the gym just playing pickup basketball, right, and the football players would come in there.
Yeah.
Football players, yeah, they're a bit of a brute on the basketball court, and you might have a fear of getting injured because they're kind of playing really aggressive. They're very aggressive, but these motherfuckers are faster. You know, he talked about 40 times. Like NBA players don't have that natural track speed. Football players like train to be fast, right? So they have the speed, and these motherfuckers can jump out the gym, bro. Like some of the linebackers and whatnot, they can jump just because they go through more conditioning than NBA players, right? NBA players might do some conditioning on their own in the all season, but I think for the most part, to have to keep up that conditioning throughout the season, to take that constant contact, to have to run full speed every play, I think NFL players are better conditioned than NBA players. And to Pat McAfee's point, Pat McAfee is a punter, but he made a good point. NBA players are not tough at all. We see it out there. They're always about to fake fight. They always, you know, they're a little sassy out there about like the women nowadays. They're a little sassy out there. It's also, don't get me wrong, basketball, not to take away from the condition you have to have for basketball, because basketball is the sport where you probably perspire the most as far as the constant movement. Austin Rivers had a point. NFL players do get a breather at least 25 seconds in between plays. But the NBA, you're constantly running. People might argue, oh, soccer players sweat a lot more than basketball players. Nah, because soccer players is pretty much wherever the ball is, there's a certain section of players on the field doing all the movement. But if you're like a defender, you're not, and the ball is like, and your offense has the ball closer to y'all's goal, you're not doing as much movement. You can relax a little bit. NBA in the game of basketball, in the end, where if you take a breather for a couple of seconds, somebody is flying up the court on your ass and scoring an easy layup. Like, so I think the NBA, as far as the non-stop play, I don't think it compares. But I don't know, man. I got to give it to the NFL players when it comes to who you can take from one sport and put to another. LeBron don't even like to get fouled, bro. You put LeBron on the football field and he get hit one time, he coming right back to the NBA, bro. He coming right back to the NBA. Y'all ain't like, y'all flopping and all this stuff in the NBA.
Yeah.
No, man, I ain't going for it. Like NFL players, they are taking that constant contact all day. You know the mental fortitude you have to get when the shit knocked out of you one play and do it for another hour, like every play, bro. I can only imagine. I've never played.
You don't want to too much detail, man. It's just if you got to explain all this, then people just retarded. I don't even know why you keep on going. This is retarded. This is the stupidest.
I'm trying to break it down for the slow.
Yeah, man. But people just, you understand this? People just slow. They retarded. That's what you said. We've been talking about the last few weeks, man. Retarded people. Sometimes people just retarded. Some dudes just retarded. There ain't no way in the world you thinking that an NBA player is more athletic than an NFL player. They ain't nowhere out there. It's just because you can run a little bit more don't make you more athletic. That's basically what your argument is. They can run a little bit more. That means they're athletic. That doesn't mean you're more athletic.
Yeah.
Athletic, it expands. It's a spectrum of what athleticism is. Of course, it's endurance. It's your strength. It's your fortitude. It's your bone density. It's your muscle. It's how long you have muscle endurance. Mm-hmm. It's a mixture of things. Just because you run more doesn't make you all of a sudden more athletic. That doesn't make a difference. That doesn't make a difference at all. Y'all frail body NBA players will get balled up quick on the NFL field. Like y'all will get balled up. You may look at these dudes in the NBA and you see them on the TV and think they're big guys. They're big guys as far as tall and lanky. Them dudes be 6'5" and 200 pounds soaking wet. That's bones and no bone density. Them niggas ain't got no muscles, no nothing. Bruh, come on now, man. These guys on the NFL field, they are built different.
Grown men, bruh.
Those are grown men out there, bruh. It's a whole nother league. You think you gonna go to the hole and do all this backing down and all this on them? Yeah, bring them NFL dudes out there and see if it works out for you. You're a little frail, 190 pounds. And get solid muscle of 230. Let's see if that works out for you. Let's see.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on now, man.
and that's the point I made. Like, your body has to be built differently to take that contact for 60 minutes a game over 18. Sometimes, if you're going in the playoffs, 20 games a year. It's different, bro. I mean, even take somebody like Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is not the tallest guy, but he at least is like 210 pounds of muscle and able to run as fast as he is, compared to somebody like Austin Rivers, who might be 200 pounds, but he just 200 pounds because he's tall. Like, Tyreek Hill probably will run him over easily. I can't say that, bro. I can't say you can take NBA players and put them in the NFL and they will prosper. I think if anything, you can take several NFL players and put them in the NBA just because they could, play off pure athleticism. They may not have the dribbling skills or anything like that, but they probably could alley-oop on your ass every play if you leave them wide open, man. I think NFL players are more athletic, bro. I watched it. Even one of my Devontae Adams, right? He balled for y'all, used to ball for us on the Green Bay Packers, bro. I've seen him in the off season do this crazy ass 360 in between the legs dunk like it was nothing, bro. Like, and I was just like, wow, he like 6'2", but the way he jumped, you would have thought he was Ant Edwards size or something like that. But he just made it look easy, bro. And I think that's several NFL players. Even when I talk about conditioning, right? I watch Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is how tall is Floyd Mayweather? Like 5'8" or some shit like that. I don't know. He's short, right? But he's so conditioned. He'll be at the Clippers game back when Lob City was prevalent. But they'll give him the ball on a random timeout or whatever, and he'll just go up and jump off two legs and dunk the ball easily, bro. Like,
easily.
It's the condition. I think the conditioning is different in the NFL. I like I said, I haven't played NFL football, but I could just tell based on the contact they have to take, the stopping and going, the lateral movement, having to, switch your hips or whatever to change direction. Huh?
NBA players, man, they playing in a controlled temperature inside. They got
AC and shit. Don't get rained on.
Fresh haircuts. They got baby lotion on. They got their little tattoos on, little chains on. They are pressing, up on the field, clean tennis shoes. Man, them boys outside in 2-degree weather, in 110-degree weather, getting thrown on the ground, getting back up, getting thrown on the ground, getting back up. They jumping in the air, catching moss and dudes over top. Come on, bro. You playing, bro. You ain't no way. You playing. This dude playing around, bro. Ain't no way.
And that's my point, man. Outside of like the conditioning you do off the field or off the court, they are conditioning their bodies as they play the sport, like throughout the year, like with the contact and the weather and whatnot. They're conditioned like they just a different breed, man. I respect NFL players for that reason. I can never play contact. I used to get injured playing flag football, so I stuck to the basketball court, bro. I stuck to the basketball court. I used to get injured playing flag football, so I stuck to the basketball court. I knew my place, but I respect I respect basketball players, bro. I mean, I respect NFL players, bro. And I think Austin Rivers, when they brought him up on ESPN earlier, his two, how they give him little stat lines. His two stats were he made the playoffs 8 times and he was drafted in 2012 by the Charlotte Hornets. But outside of that, we don't remember Austin Rivers. I think maybe if LeBron said something, it could be more credible, but I don't know what gives Austin Rivers the credibility to speak on something like this. I think he really just trying to stay relevant. Maybe he's trying to get a gig as a commentator, but this ain't it, Austin Rivers. I think you're reaching. This was a huge reach on your part.
You think?
Yeah.
It's a big reach.
And he said,
y'all light-skinned dudes, man. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, man. You have a meeting with all y'all, man. Y'all have a meeting. Y'all need to figure out what's going on with y'all squad, because y'all squad is real prissy, man.
Hey, who you saying y'all, man? I ain't no light-skinned dude, bro. I ain't no light-skinned dude, bro.
Bruh.
I ain't no light-skinned.
Why we gotta go through this every single?
I told you my lighting real bright. My lighting real bright right now, but I ain't no light-skinned dude, bro.
Why you gotta do this, bro? It's okay. It's okay, man. Embrace your beige light-skinnedness. Embrace it, man.
Nah, I'm not beige at all. I'm not beige.
You're right. Hey, listen, it's okay, man. It's alright. it's cool, man.
Pat McAfee made another point. I mean, Austin Rivers tried to make another point. He said when hip hop artists talk about ballers and whatnot, they're referring to the NBA. Yeah, they're referring to the NBA because the NBA players make way more money than NFL players because of the revenue. But they're not saying balling like the NBA because of like NBA players are more athletic. They're saying because of the paycheck. So they're comparing their wallets to NBA players. It's not a thing about NBA players being better than NFL players.
Crazy, man. Y'all ain't built like that, man. You're not built. Back to that athleticism. It takes your body have to go through different terrains and test all different terrains to be athletic, not staying in one dimension. You're controlled in the same 70 degrees in the same enclosed place when you're playing a game. That's athleticism at that one angle. They're athletic at all angles. That's like taking a person that just runs marathons. He runs 500K marathons or 5K marathons, and he's good at that. NFL is kind of like an Iron Man. They riding a bike. They're going up the climbing up what's the name? What's it called? Like rock climbing. They swimming. They're running. They're doing all these at once. That makes them athletic. Y'all just one dimensional, man. That's all. It's two different things, man.
Yeah, like put it like this: LeBron played football in high school, right? And he chose basketball. Why? Because y'all know LeBron don't like contact. Somebody tap him on his elbow. He looking at the ref like, "Why y'all ain't calling a foul for me?" LeBron don't like contact. That's why he chose basketball ultimately over football. Like he was a hell of a receiver in high school. Like he was a beast. Like far as the few highlights I've seen, but he ultimately chose basketball for I think for longevity because the NFL the average career span of an NFL player is a lot shorter than the average NBA player. Because that contact does break down your body, but LeBron didn't want to go through all that, so he chose the safe route, which was the NBA. But I'm pretty sure LeBron could have been a star tight end or a receiver. I'll say receiver because LeBron, when he first came in the NBA, he was fast, bro. He used to get down the court in like 3 strides and dunking on your ass. But either way, Austin Rivers. I don't know what you thought you were doing for NBA players, but if anything, you just made them look worse. And I don't think you should be the voice to represent them on a subject like this. Like I said, if it was LeBron, if it was Steph or KD, I think we'll have more cash. Somebody with more cachet, we'd probably think about it a little harder. But still, I even if they said it, I think NFL players are far more athletic than NBA players. Only thing with the NFL, like they got them gloves now that make it easier to catch, but that's about the only thing. That's a little bit fugazi about the NFL is them sticky ass gloves. But outside of that, conditioning, the rigorousness of playing in outside conditions, like you said, every game not gonna be 70 degrees, and everybody can see your face and whatnot.
Yeah, man. I tied down. Listen, that's the same thing that I say when it comes to my channel, Kyle's Workout Complex. Same exact thing, man. There's a difference between I call them out all the time for y'all pansies that want to stay inside the gym all the time in that controlled area. It's two different things. When you come outside and work out with me, I've seen them. The dudes that be bench pressing 200 pounds, Keith, and then they be doing them push-ups in the inside. I bring them outside with that real weather outside. Man, they can't last no more than about 10, 15 minutes. It's hot. I can't breathe. It's too much out here. You're not a real athlete. You got to be able to adjust to every single area. So it's two different things, man. It's the same thing with NFL, man. Y'all soft, man.
Oh, they don't like to put their hands on the blacktop and get the rocks on their hands when they doing push-ups and stuff, man.
I need gloves. My hands getting scratched up. It's hot. Hey, that's out here.
That's one thing. That's one thing I never understood, bro. What's the deal with gloves and working out? Like I know you get calluses on your hands, but that's part of being a man. Like as far as what I thought, the way I was brought up.
They some pansies. Now I give it to you. When I first started, I didn't know I was a pansy either because I took some advice from people. And they say if you use gloves, it's better outside so you don't you can mess up your hands with this. I took them gloves off after about 4 or 5 months. I said, I ain't no punk. What's wrong with you, man? I ain't no punk. So I took them off. That was in my rookie days. That was about 6 years ago. I got evidence. It's on my channel. After that, I went on and took them off, man. Be a man. Be a man. So what if you mosquitoes out there? The sun is in your eyes. Stop crying like a punk.
Hey,
It's two different ways, boss.
you getting that vitamin D, like you said, in the sun.
Yeah, man,
All it takes is 20
exactly.
minutes.
I'm trying to tell you. See, that's
If,
why, man.
if anything, I thought, tearing up your hands would just make your hands stronger like that. If you just,
They do.
beat
They
them
make
up
your
all
hands
the time.
strong. It's okay. You a man. Get them hands rough, man. You pansies. That's why you get your nails done now. See? See?
True that, bro. True that.
I want to work outside that vitamin D. It helps you. That vitamin D helps with your testosterone. That's why you're so weak. I'm talking about you.
Hey, shout out to Calisthenics Workout Complex, man. Y'all go check him out. He's constantly going live, constantly giving y'all tips on how to look good and live long, man, which is key.
That's it, man.
Especially for the men in our community. Hey, it's not preached about enough. So shout out to Calisthenics Complex Workout Complex, man. But
all people, man. Yeah, but no, that was a good topic, man. That was a good topic, man. Anything else you got on it, man? That was a good topic.
No, that's all. That's all we got for tonight. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back at y'all again next week. Hope y'all doing well. Y'all 95 grind. I start tomorrow because I work Tuesday through Saturday. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all weekend. But until next time, we'll see y'all, man. Y'all be blessed.
Yes, sir.